National League pennant for the 26th time in franchise history. They're headed back to the World Series behind the greatest postseason individual performance that we've ever seen. Today we saw a baseball god at Dodger Stadium. That's coming up next on Dodgers Dugout Live.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Welcome to Dodger Stadium.
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. The Dodgers are building a dynasty.
You got it, Warrior Parade. We got it, Parade. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series. Ohtani starts the 50-50 clock. Monkey magic. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Good morning, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. My name is Doug McKain, credentialed member of Dodgers Media. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Thanks for rocking with us here to celebrate another National League pennant. I got home from Dodger Stadium a little over an hour ago. I was in the clubhouse, in the locker room. We got interviews with Mookie Betts and so many of the Dodger players. I'll tell you everything I heard from these players. And just, it was a special night at Dodger Stadium. This is a night that we will never forget. This is a night that our grandkids will tell their grandkids about, because tonight we saw a performance from Shohei Ohtani that you have to say is the greatest performance ever by an individual in the postseason. And I'll tell you why. Not only were the numbers incredible, Shohei Ohtani, 3 for 3, 3 home runs, 6 scoreless innings, 10 strikeouts. Well, how about this? The bar now for great performances is, did you pitch and did you hit? And did you do both at an elite level in a clinching game to win a pennant? That is exactly what Shohei Ohtani did tonight. That is what Shohei Ohtani did at Dodger Stadium in front of 50,000 Dodgers fans that were in awe. People couldn't believe it. I was looking at faces. There was shock. There was shock. And I think to myself, is this Kobe Bryant's 81-point game? Is this Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game? I would say no. I don't think you can compare this to anything. I mean, it's impossible. Because think about this. Let's lay this out here right now. We're going to break down the game. We'll get interviews, hear from Dave Roberts. I'll get your comments. Thanks for rocking with me, guys. Early in the morning here, I dropped a behind-the-scenes video about an hour ago. We'll play that a little later. But think about this. If a player hits 3 home runs in a postseason game, that's already epic. It's happened before in this franchise. Kike Hernandez did it in 2017 against the Cubs. Chris Taylor did in 2021 against the Braves. And then if a pitcher goes 6 shutout innings and has 10 strikeouts, that's also one of the greatest performances in franchise history. So both of those in and of themselves are already incredible performances. Think about this. You just look at the pitching side. Shohei Ohtani is just one of 4 Dodgers to strike out at least 10 batters in a scoreless start that lasted at least 6 innings in a postseason game. So he's one of just 4 Dodgers pitchers, along with Sandy Koufax, who did it twice, Clayton Kershaw did it once, and Blake Snell did it a couple of nights ago. So you just separate those two things, a 3 home run game and a 6 scoreless appearance shutout start outing where you have 10 strikeouts, and it's already in elite territory. But when you combine those two skill sets, and it's something that only the unicorn like Shohei Ohtani is capable of doing, then you really start to verge on greatest performances really in the history of sports. I mean, is it that hyperbole to say that? Because, like I said, 3 home runs in a clincher is already an all-time game. 6 scoreless with 10 strikeouts, already an all-time game. But the same guy doing both in the same game, it's incomprehensible. It really is. It's almost unimaginable to the human mind. It is like you're picturing 100 light years and what that means in time and space. And you're trying to think about infinity and just these things that are tough for the human mind to comprehend. It's unreal. So anytime you want to talk about greatest performances in postseason history, my first question is always going to be this. If he didn't pitch and hit in the same game, is it even in consideration? Because if he didn't pitch and hit in the same game and did both at an elite level, then I don't want to hear it. It was incredible. Absolutely unbelievable. Think about all the things that we saw today for the first time. Think of all the things that we saw for the first time. It was the first time that a Dodgers pitcher had hit a home run in a postseason game. It was the first time in Major League Baseball history we'd ever seen a human being have at least 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts in a game. Think about this. Not only have we never seen that, Shohei Ohtani is the only player in Major League Baseball history to have at least 3 home runs and 10 pitching strikeouts in his entire postseason career. It's just unbelievable. He's incredible. I mean, it doesn't even make any sense. Entering today's game, heading into tonight, there's only 12 hitters in the history of Major League Baseball to ever have a 3 home run game in a postseason game. And there's only 26 pitchers that have ever recorded 10 plus strikeouts that have allowed 2 or less hits and no runs in a postseason start. Shohei Ohtani did both of those things in the same game. And I ask myself, is he now on the Mount Rushmore of LA athletes? Sure, you need more championships if you want to go down as the all-time greatest. I think he's already the most talented and greatest player ever imaginable. He'll tell you he needs more championships. But I think right now, he doesn't end up on the Mount Rushmore of LA athletes. I think he's the Lincoln Monument. He is just all by himself just because this guy I think is going to go down as the greatest player in baseball history. It's just unbelievable stuff. And the what I was so impressed with, too, we know he can hit home runs. This is the first time he went to the 7th inning in this one. And he goes 6 innings, allowed no runs on 2 hits, had 10 strikeouts, did have 3 walks. But I think you got the full Shohei Ohtani experience in this one for what he can do as a player. Shohei Ohtani goes out there in the first inning, and it's the first batter of the game. He walks Terang on 6 pitches, and then what does he do next? He starts to rack up the punch-outs. He strikes out Churio, nasty 100-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball right on the black, perfect location, strikes out Yelich looking a 100-mile-per-hour heater down and away, and then he gets Contreras swinging on 3 pitches, dirty sweeper running in on him. He did a fantastic job his entire start, avoiding the heart of the plate, was leaving no cookies out over the middle. He was working the edges. The stuff was crisp. He had the sweeper, the four-seamer, the slider, the cutter. He had the full repertoire working. And then how about you get yourself some run support? Bottom of the first inning, Shohei Ohtani, who entered this game, and he had struggled. He had struggled. Make no mistake about it. It was not a great postseason so far heading into this one. He had 4 hits and 33 at-bats in his last 8 games, but 2 of those 4 hits came in games 2 and 3. Ohtani, in the 4-game series, though, all of a sudden, with tonight, the numbers exploded. So he was 4 for his last 33 heading into this one, and then bottom of the first inning, 3-2 count, crushes a Jose Quintana slurve to right 446 feet. It was the second consecutive NLCS where Shohei had a home run off of Jose Quintana. And then we'll get back to glazing Shohei Ohtani. By the way, I'm not going to do this very often throughout the show, but if you guys watched the show the other night, if you watched the LA Sports Report today, I was saying heading into today's game, I was the only person, I'm pretty sure, on planet Earth that still thought that Shohei Ohtani was going to win NLCS MVP. It's on record. It's on multiple shows. I was talking to Jerry Hairston Jr. before the game today, and I said, Jerry, everyone has Yamamoto or Blake Snell winning the NLCS MVP. And Jerry Hairston said the same thing. One of those guys is going to win NLCS MVP, maybe do a co-MVP. But I told Jerry Hairston, I said, what if Shohei Ohtani does something crazy tonight? What if Shohei Ohtani goes out there and has 10 strikeouts and gets a home run or 2 home runs, has a multi-home run game? Then I think that Shohei runs away with the NLCS MVP, because if you're having a 4-game sweep and one of those 4 games you're the starting pitcher for, well, then you're basically equal to Snell and Yamamoto as far as your contributions as being a starter that helped you win that game. And yes, you could say Blake Snell and Yamamoto's starts were better than Shohei Ohtani's tonight. I'm not debating that. But then you factor in 4 games of hitting, 4 games of putting pressure on the pitcher. You're getting intentional walked. You had the triple yesterday that led to the Mookie Betts double that scored their first run. You had the single in game 2 that led to a run. You even had the intentional walk in game 1 that led to the Mookie Betts walk that led to the game-winning run because of how Blake Treinen and Roki Sasaki pitched in that one. And then tonight, you get 3 home runs. And I tweeted at Jerry Hairston during the game saying that I told him that, and he commented underneath that I can confirm that he said that. Because the thing about Shohei Ohtani, and one of the things that I always stress as far as postseason, and I'm so happy that at least for a night, this stupid narrative, Shohei Ohtani, he's not a postseason player. Shohei Ohtani's a regular season player. Oh, it's Shohei's the no-show. Where's regular season Shohei? Oh, here's the other narrative. Shohei Ohtani can't hit when he pitches. Shohei Ohtani can't hit on days after he pitches. And sure, if you looked at the numbers heading into this game, 4 for his last 33. If you look at the numbers when he pitches, after he pitches, all of that data, all those stats would support the idea that he hasn't been as good as he was in the regular season. No debate that he has not hit like he usually does on days when he pitches or days after. But what have I kept saying on this show? When everyone's dogging Shohei Ohtani, everyone's saying that he's the Aaron Judge, that he's just not this postseason player. What have I said? I said it's a small sample size. And the bat-to-ball contact, he had 115 mile-per-hour exit velocity out the other night. You got to bet on the quality of contact, which is getting better. Bet on the fact that he went out there and he took batting practice. And I was there, and my jaw dropped to the floor when he hit one that he hit out a couple days ago for batting practice, which he had never taken. It was the first time he had taken batting practice as a Dodger. First time he'd done it at Dodger Stadium. He did do it in Tokyo. But what I said after that was, hey, that felt like to me like Kobe Bryant. After Kobe Bryant had airballed those shots against the Utah Jazz, what did he do? The Lakers get into L.A. They get off the plane. Everyone goes home. Kobe Bryant goes to Pacific Palisades High School, Pally High. He gets the keys from the janitor and shoots shots all night until the sun comes up. That's how it felt like for Shohei Ohtani. I'm going to do live BP, and I think it did something for him. And I think that there was a bit of a change in him. And small sample size is small sample size. Shohei Ohtani is too talented of a hitter to stay in slumps for this long, even though he did face a ton of lefties. 20 of his first 30 at-bats. You got guys like Christopher Sanchez and Jesus Luzardo. You got Ranger Suarez. You got tons of lefties stacked against him and ones that have low arm angles, right? And that's where he struggles with. His lefties with low arm angles, 31 degrees, and anything that's below 38 degrees, he's going to struggle with, right? But today you saw on those at-bats that the front shoulder was staying in, and just talking to a couple people on the field that were within the Dodgers today, they were telling me that's what you look for. The front shoulder opening up and not staying down, and you saw that adjustment today. The front shoulder locked in, not opening up, and it was the Shohei Ohtani that we see in the regular season where you just never know when he's going to go crazy. I thought it was cool to hear what Andrew Friedman said about Shohei Ohtani, where he said that nothing surprises me about Shohei Ohtani, and everything surprises me about Shohei Ohtani. So no one should be surprised, but then again, it's like everything should surprise you because no one's ever done this. But we'll get back to Shohei Ohtani for a second. You guys know I glaze Shohei Ohtani so much, I should get a job at Krispy Kreme Donuts, but tonight's a night where you see why. But I want to give credit to that Dodgers offense, though, because after Shohei Ohtani hits that leadoff home run off Quintana in the first inning, the Dodgers offense said, hey, we're not the Los Angeles Ohtanis. We are not the Los Angeles Ohtanis. We're Los Angeles Dodgers, and we're superstars in our own right. We're MVPs and All-Stars too, and Mookie Betts stepped right up. He singles to left. Will Smith batting in the 3-hole. Very first pitch, he goes down the outer half. He singles to center, and Mookie's able to get to third on the play. The Dodgers set up with runners on the corners. Freddie Freeman goes down swinging, but then postseason Tommy Edman, who was right in the mix for the NLCS MVP Tommy Edman from last year, is doing more October Tommy things, and that is singling to center, not trying to do too much. That scored Mookie Betts. That put the Dodgers up 2-0. And they still had runners in the corners. And then Teoscar Hernandez, next batter, on the 0-1, he takes a curveball in the outer half, and he grounds to first, but he puts the ball in play. Contact is king. When you put the ball in play, good things happen. And Will Smith's able to come in to score. And just like that, the Dodgers are up 3-0. So give credit to this Dodgers team for not just sitting back and saying, okay, it's just going to be a one-man wrecking crew. Shohei Ohtani versus the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. No. More guys stepped up. This was not just Shohei Ohtani tonight. I mean, everyone's going to talk about Ohtani. I'll talk about him a ton, but it was not just Shohei Ohtani that led to this 5-1 win and this sweep over the Milwaukee Brewers. If anything, tonight's more evidence why Shohei Ohtani made one of the best decisions. Career-wise, it was his best decision, but I'm sure there's other great decisions in his life. You know what they say, behind every great man's a great dog. I want to give a quick shout out to Decoy, because I'm sure Decoy's one happy dog tonight. Behind every great man's a great dog. And Shohei Ohtani had that dog in him from the start. But one of the great decisions that Shohei Ohtani's ever made was signing with this franchise, and that first inning was a great example why. Because he's not just the Bugatti at the trailer park meme, right? There's more Bugattis and Ferraris and Lambos and Porsches and Benzes. There's a team around him. And that first inning, you score 3 runs and you give your pitcher, yes, it will never feel normal. You give your pitcher some run support. Then after that, I mean, you just saw he was crisp. Second inning goes 1-2-3. Second inning, back on the plate, he draws a walk. Third inning, he walks Perkins, and then he strikes out Ortiz, four-seam fastball up in the zone. But then the double play ball was big for the Dodgers in this one. Some great defense. Terang, he lined into a double play. Great job by the Dodgers defense. And then bottom of the third inning, nothing doing for the Dodgers offense. And then you jump to the bottom of the fourth inning. Shohei Ohtani steps up to the plate with 2 outs, 3-1 count. And he absolutely obliterated a baseball. And I've been at Dodger Stadium for Uribe's home run against the Braves in the DS, for Cody Bellinger's home run in 2021 to tie things up. I've seen some big moments at Dodger Stadium. Last year was massive. And outside of the Freddie Freeman home run, as far as shock value, as far as shock value. Like, holy crap. Like, holy crap. What the hell was that? That's definitely right up there because my man absolutely obliterated a baseball. That baseball had a family. That baseball needed a passport because it was hit to another country, possibly another universe. My man was up at the International Space Station somewhere. I'm not sure that ball's landed. Oh, wait, it did. It landed on the roof at the right field pavilion, right by the crinkly roof, and Shohei Ohtani is going to get a plaque for hitting one out. And there was some debate about it, but no. You haven't had someone hit one out since Mike Piazza did it at Dodgers Stadium in 1997 for a Dodger to do. We know Kyle Schwarber did it last week, but Shohei Ohtani hits an absolute moonshot, 469 feet. 469 feet. Just an absolute blast. And you look at the pitch, it was a cutter on the inside, and he just stayed inside on it so strong. Again, the front shoulder just staying in on it. And it's not the look on Shohei Ohtani's face. It was the look on his teammates' faces. They were in absolute disbelief. We're talking about MVPs like Freddie Freeman with his arms up in absolute shock and awe. You saw Miguel Rojas looking like, what was that? You saw the bullpen with Alex Vesia doing some crazy dance. You saw Anthony Bonda and Emmet Sheehan, and the Dodgers didn't know what to do with themselves with that baseball. What the heck did we just see? The dude murdered a baseball. The dude committed murder to a baseball in front of 50+ thousand people. I mean, it's just the heart. Here's the crazy thing, too. I mean, we're talking about a baseball that was 116.9 miles per hour off the bat. 116.9 miles per hour off the bat. And a 469 feet. I mean, he's the first player with 216 plus mile per hour home runs in a game in the StatCast era since 2015, since StatCast began. And he was also pitching in this one. Shohei Ohtani, he now has the Dodgers' 17 hardest hit batted balls in the StatCast era. Like the dude, like some players hate baseball. I'm looking at you, Anthony Rendon. Some players hate baseballs, like Shohei Ohtani, crushing one out. He now has 8 home runs of 450 plus feet at Dodgers Stadium, including the postseason. There's not one player outside of Shohei Ohtani that even has multiple home runs of 450 plus feet. Like, this dude's ridiculous. Like, this dude's on another level. I hope that this is disgusting to hear me glaze for this guy this much. I mean, I really hope it is, because if there's one guy that deserves it, it's this man. And if there's one game that deserves it, it is tonight. So after that Shohei Ohtani blast, the Dodgers go up 4-0. Comes back out there in the 5th, gets another couple of strikeouts. He was really leaning on that splitter in the later stages of his start, working down in the zone. Had a great tunnel to it. Looked like a fastball. Falls off the table. He had the splitter working for him. Had 2 straight strikeouts via that splitter. Durbin, he got him to chase well off the plate. Perkins down in the zone. And then he finishes the 6th inning. Couple more strikeouts, both on that splitter. I really like the adjustment from Shohei to kind of realize, hey, if I'm going to give this some length and I'm going to go 5, 6, possibly 7, I got to go with what's working the best. And that splitter was his best pitch down the stretch. His last 4 strikeouts were via that splitter. And even if you want to go back, I mean, Bauer's 5. And then his last 5 were the splitter. He had a sweeper strikeout of Contreras there in the 4th inning, but dominant stuff. And then he goes out there in the 7th inning. So I want to get back to the narrative that you're not getting just the LA Ohtanis tonight, because in the 7th inning, he did get into some trouble. He walked Yelich, and then Contreras, he singled to center. You started to see them take some pitches. a 6-pitch at bat for Yelich, a 7-pitch at bat for Contreras. And then Dave Roberts, to his credit, he's been masterful with the pulls this series, knowing when to insert guys. He goes to his lefty in Alex Vesia, and Pat Murphy, he goes with the switch. They put in Vaughn to go up against Vesia. You got to use Vaughn. You want to go get the platoon advantage right there, lefty-righty. And then he gets Vaughn to pop to short, and then he gets Frelick to ground into a double play. So Vesia came into a game that was a 4-0 game, but one swing of the bat, it could be a 4-3 game. You're going to have to go into the bullpen. It's a desperate Brewers team. They're just trying to win to get it back to Milwaukee any way they can. And this is a Dodgers team that used Alex Vesia in a tough spot, gets the pop out, and they ground into a 6-3 double play. A fantastic double play and a great job by Mookie Betts to get the double play ball. You had multiple double plays that were key in this one. So another example of, yes, it was a great night for Shohei Ohtani, but you couldn't do without Alex Vesia and Mookie Betts and some of these other guys. And then the bottom of the 7th inning, Shohei Ohtani not having to worry about being a pitcher anymore. He can just focus on just hitting. Well, he does it again. 1-2 count. Crushes a bomb, 427 feet, his 3rd home run of the night. This one off Trevor McGill, and we're talking about 99-mile-per-hour cheddar, a 99-mile-per-hour heater on the inner half. He was able to stay inside on it, use that strength, and goes right to center field with it. So that tells you he's starting to use center. He's starting to use left field more, I think, as an approach. So I think you're seeing better hitting results because of it. And now you're looking at a 5-0 game. Then top of the 8th inning, Blake Trinan comes in, gives up a double to Durbin. Then he walks Monasterio, strikes out Collins. Didn't have his best stuff. Then it's a 5-0 game and another great pull by Dave Roberts. You go in there to get Anthony Banda. Does give up a run on the fielder's choice to score Durbin and make it a 5-1 game. But he gets another couple quick outs and is able to limit the damage. That's what this Dodgers bullpen did great, is if it's not the Roki Sasakis, or occasionally you're going to see these guys come in with a nice lead, they're going to limit the damage. And then top of the 9th inning, I want to say that place with Roki Sasaki coming out there, did they baila la Roki? I probably butchered that name. I asked Miguel Rojas about that in an interview, so be on the lookout for that. But for that situation to kind of come about like that, there is an electricity there, and I do believe that Roki Sasaki is just beloved by Dodgers fans already. It feels like he's our guy. It feels like he's their guy, and the Roki chants start right away, and there's just a connection between Dodgers fans and Roki Sasaki, and he gave up a single to Contreras to start things off, but then he made some light work after that, was able to retire the next 3 hitters, gives up the hit, but he's able to get the job done. The Dodgers, they get the job done, break out the broomsticks on the Brew Crew. Dodgers get the win. And just a historic night, an unbelievable night, and one that we're never going to forget as Dodgers fans. I'm telling you, this is all-time great stuff. I mean, I love the fact that it did still feel like a team effort, even though it did feel like it was Ohtani versus the Brewers and one man being an entire MLB team. That was not the case. It really was not. But just unbelievable. Like, if Shohei Ohtani retired today, he'd be in the Hall of Fame, and you could say he's already the best player. I mean, he's that good. I mean, it's just an absolute virtuoso masterclass of a player and a performance, and one we're never going to forget. All right, but welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show / Dodgers Dugout Live. I'm going to play some interviews pretty soon, but let's get some comments. You guys deserve it since you are up late with me. I can't believe how insane I am. I've been at Dodger Stadium since 12 o'clock, and it's 1:20 in the morning, and I'm doing a live show. Some cool stuff today. Talked to Andrew Friedman. I interviewed my guy Pedro Martinez. It was a dream come true for me. He's my favorite non-Dodger. That was fun. I'll post that. But let's get some comments here because you guys deserve it. You guys are up this late with me. Roki Lever of the Year from Don Davis. It's late. What's up, Noel Coffee? We got Beer Sama. We swept them when it mattered. Yeah, exactly. I love that. I mean, the Brewers, we beat the Dodgers 6-0 in the regular season. And what do we say? It meant absolutely zilch. The Dodgers outclassed this team. They outmanaged this team. Limb for limb, they destroyed the Brewers. And I will say this. There was a Brewers podcast that was apparently they were talking about this show, and they were saying that I was overconfident and that I wasn't giving the Brewers a chance because I had the Dodgers winning in 5 games. And it turns out I wasn't confident enough. I can't believe I spotted those bums a game. They got swept. Enjoy Cancun, Milwaukee. Average Joes. You're not even average. Well, I guess the Dodgers make them look below average. So to that Brewers podcast that said I was overconfident for saying the Dodgers are going to win in 5 games, I'm sorry. I apologize to your listeners because I wasn't confident enough. I should have said the Dodgers were going to sweep the Brewers, and I think they said they were going to win in 6 games. But enjoy that trip back to Milwaukee or Cancun, wherever you're headed to. We got to Wei Hung Lu, 4 more. We got 1 a.m. Dodgers Nation, Rabbit. We got Ray Brios. Yes, Roki was in the celebration, and so was Conforto. We got XX Showtime, $2. No one is laughing at Roki now. Dodgers going to win it all. We got Shoey time. I'm going to give you that Shoey tomorrow, guys, because I'm all shoeyed out. Kike Hernandez got beer all over me during the celebration, which was good times. We got Go Tawny. Brewers beat Tanner Scott. We got Love You, D-Man. What up, Frankie Zito? I'm done hating on the Dodgers. I give up. What's up, Henry K? Appreciate the love, Frank. You're the man. Power of Friendship. Curb stomped. Elf, hang the L flag. I love that. Shohei's dad, Young West, Godzilla. BC Dodgers going to finish with only 1 playoff loss in 4 rounds, just like the repeat 2001 Lakers. We've been talking about that a lot on the show, and there's a lot of similarities between the 2001 Lakers and the 2025 Dodgers in the sense that they had already won their first championship. They're extremely dominant. Only difference is the 2001 Lakers, they lost game 1 of the NBA Finals where Ty Lue got stepped over by Allen Iverson. History is repeating itself. We got Be a Good Winner. Just Lambos, hey, Doug, Ohtani's performance was too Hollywood lifestyle for some people. D-Mac, tell the Brewers to fly the L. Can't spell Milwaukee without the L. William B. Camp, yeah, I love the trash talk. I live for that. Average Joe's, more like Trader Joe's. Adam Young, that works for me. He's bigger than baseball itself from SK. All right, let's hear from Shohei Ohtani after the game. Hear what the legend had to say about an all-time great performance.
Let's go to Japanese. Let's go to Russell and then to Bill.
Shohei, a lot have been made about your performances offensively this postseason. Coming into tonight with you starting, did you want to make a statement in this game tonight?
今回のパフォーマンス、ポストシーズンで結構いろいろと世間で話題になってましたけども、今回登板する中、一つなんか大活躍をするっていうことを意識してましたか？
一番はやっぱり今日は登板の日なので、しっかりと先発ピッチャーの役割をまず一つこなしたいなという気持ちで入りましたし、オフェンス面も集中はしてましたけども、なんていうんですか、左が打てる日は右が苦戦する日も多いですし、僕ら左バッターが打てない日は右バッターがしっかりとこう仕事をしてくれるっていう日がこう多いと思うので、そういうなんていうんですかね、チームとしてのバランスがやっぱり大事なのかなとは思ってます。
Now, I really focused on, first and foremost, as a starting pitcher, to make sure I'm an effective starting pitcher. On the hitting side, just looking at the whole entire team, we'll see that at times the right-handed hitters picked us up, and on the flip side, sometimes the left-handed hitters picked us up. So I think, in a sense, we're just trying to find the right balance.
Let's go to Bill, straight back in the middle.
Yes, Shohei, Andrew and a lot of your teammates are calling this the greatest postseason game ever played. What do you think?
アンドリーさんとかムーキーが最高なポストシーズンの試合だったと語ってましたけども、翔平はどう思ってますか？
そうです。今日この試合以外はやっぱり僕も苦戦してましたし、逆に言えばさっきも言いましたけど、僕が打てない時、ムーキー手をその他の右バッター含めて全員がこうカバーしてくれる試合が多かったと思うので、こういう日はね、こう逆に打てない人が出る時にしっかり 自分が打ったり、またはまあしっかりと打線が苦しい時に先発ピッチャーがしっかり抑える、そういうまあカバーの試合っていうのが大事だとは思うので、まあ今日の試合はそれがよくこう僕の役割の中で発揮されてたのかなとは思ってます。
As I stated before, there were at times during the postseason where Teo and Mookie, picked me up, and this time around it was my turn to be able to perform. And I think just looking back over the course of the entire postseason, I haven't performed to the expectation, but I think today we saw what the left-handed hitters could do.
JP on the left.
Typically, you are at your best as a hitter on the days that you don't pitch. This was one of your best hitting performances ever. I'm wondering if you made any mental adjustments or adjustments to your preparation as a hitter prior to this game.
登板日はあまり打てないっていう結構そうなってますけども、今日は何かメカニクス的に調整したこととかありますか？
どうなんですかね、まあ、ここ数日いい感覚では打ててるなとは思ってますけど、まあ、そもそもまあ、サンプルサイズがやっぱまあ投げてる試合っていうのは少ないので、まあ、なんていうんですかね、数字の偏りが少し出やすいのかなとは思うので、それが悪い方向に出てたのかなという印象は受けてるかなと思います。
I felt like the last couple days I felt pretty good at the plate, and just because of the postseason, the sample size, the lack of, it's just that I think the lack of performance really skews in this short period of time. So
we can do two more in English up here in the front, and then back to Paul on the left side.
Pitching wise, what was working well for you tonight?
まあ投手として今日何が良かったですかと。
そうですね、まあ、ブルワーズ打線、まあ、ここ僕が投げる前もしっかりとこう先発ピッチャー含めて抑えてはいましたけど、やっぱり素晴らしい打線だと思うので、一人一人がこう目的を持って打席の中で力を発揮してくる打線だとは思ってますし、まあ、その中で自分がいいゲームプランを持って、キャッチャーのウィルとまあしっかりと合わせていけたのが良かったのかなと思ってます。
The last several days we did a pretty good job as a starting pitcher, being able to get out and be effective. And just looking at the entire lineup, my impression that I had was that it's a very tough, effective lineup. So talking with Will Smith, we had a pretty good game plan going into the game, and we were able to execute it.
And Paul, back left.
All right, there's Shohei Ohtani. What did I tell you? The small sample size. Don't ignore that. But I love you too, Nico. I love you, all you guys out there rocking with us. Appreciate you as always. By the way, just a reminder that today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Atlas. So there's something about a clean morning shave that just hits different. Lately, the razor from House of Atlas has become part of my relaxing ritual, watching some good Dodgers highlights and manifesting even more celebrations as this postseason goes on. Whether you're heading to the office or gearing up for an NLCS game, it's the perfect way to clean up that facial, clear your head, and start fresh. This thing's no joke. From the team behind Athena Club, the women's razor everyone's obsessed with, they brought the same care and quality to the men's side. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Grab House of Atlas now at Target stores nationwide or online at Target.com. I love their 5 precision blades reinforced with welded steel, so there's no flex or irritation. The serum strip that makes my shave super smooth, and the precision trim edge is perfect for cleaning up your sideburns. It also looks sick. I've got the black one, and honestly, it's the best looking razor I've owned. Has some weight to it, doesn't feel cheap or plasticky. Whether you want to go clean shaven like Shohei Ohtani or just lighten up the lines on your Teoscar Hernandez beard, this razor's got you covered. So once again, did not waste any more money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Grab House of Atlas now at Target stores nationwide or online at Target.com. All right, let's hear from you guys down below. 1:30 in the morning at 499 Super Chat. Thank you for all you do, bro. I'm coming from Albuquerque, New Mexico to go to one of the World Series games again this year. One game at a time. Let's go back-to-back and make history. Love you, Dodgers Nation. Nico Suave, thank you so much. You are the man. When you're in town, I'll be at that game. DM me, look for me. I met tons of fans today, which was really awesome. Who else did I see? I texted myself their names: Marco, Fabian, Keith, Brock, Gavin. A lot of cool guys. Dominic, Tracy, Kathy, Serena. Always great to see you guys IRL. Appreciate the support here. And you guys are the biggest reason why this show is the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. So, yep, guys, I'm literally about to pass out. I'm exhausted. So let's, what up, NS? What up, John Cox? Let's do some more, and then I'm going to play these interviews. We got the GOAT is Harry's bruh. Good one. Daniel, yeah, it's getting crazy. On our way to a Dodgers dynasty, we could do it. Yeah, let's hear from Dave Roberts. Hear what Doc had to say after this one.
Postseason games, and there's a reason why he's the greatest player on the planet. You know, what he did on the mound, what he did at the bat, he created a lot of memories for a lot of people. And so for us to, you know, have a game-clinching, to do it in a game-clinching game at home, wins the NLCS MVP, pretty special, and I'm just happy to be able to go along for the ride.
Russell, third row on the right.
Doc, obviously, Shohei's being the best player in the world, there's a lot of expectations that are on him in that role. What have you seen from him to be able to handle those expectations amidst what many call the slump?
Yeah, you know, I just don't know how he handles sort of the expectations, because a lot of times when you have expectations like he has, they're just unattainable and you just never realize them. And certainly the way he was struggling, you know, this postseason, and not to let it affect him and keep his psyche, his confidence the same is really impressive. And so we knew that he was going to come through at some point, and what better night to do it while he was pitching too.
Let's go to JP all the way on the far left, fourth row.
Yeah, Dave, when you said you knew he was going to come through at some point, had you seen something specific from him at the plate that told you he might have a game like this, just going beyond sort of his run?
No, I wouldn't say that. I just felt that his confidence is unflappable. His work is very consistent. I just knew that he's just too talented, and it's not like the moment's ever too big for him. So with players like that, with that combination, you just know that it's going to happen at some point.
Let's go to the second row right in the middle.
Dave, what about going back to the World Series, the way you're doing it? First 4-game sweep in a 7-game series since '63 and 9-1 in the last 10 games. How does this streak feel in terms of the way the ball club is going toward its goal?
I think we're just in a zone. We're focused on playing good baseball, and I still think that there's a lot of low-hanging fruit, you know, offensively, but it's just a very talented group. It's a very focused and very hungry group. So I think that when you get those components, it's tough to beat. And we mind the little things. You know, we're hungry. We don't really care about what happened before, and we're playing good baseball. We're healthy, and we still got some work to do, though.
Let's go to Paul.
So there's Dave Roberts, and yeah, as you said, I mean, like, talking to these guys, they're all hungry. They don't care what happened last year. They don't care about any of that. They want to win this year. They want to win for Clay and Kershaw. They want to win for themselves. They want to become a dynasty. All those things are a part of their goals. It's a part of their motivation. And you just look at this team. I mean, 5 pennants in 9 years. A ring this year cements a dynasty. They're a dynasty. It'll be the Dynasty Dodgers. It'll be official. Without it, I think that you can still have the conversation, because for me, I need back-to-back titles to be a dynasty. Baseball titles are very, very difficult to come by, but still, I think I feel good about where they're at, especially when that other series is going longer. Shout out to Eugenio Suarez hitting that grand slam today to win one in that one. So I think they're in a good spot heading into that series. But, yeah, just what a time to be alive. What a time to be a Dodgers fan. What a game. What a moment. You look at the 50-50 moment, the greatest day in baseball history, as Joe Davis dubbed it. This day was greater, and I don't think it's even close. I don't think it's particularly close. I mean, one of those home runs came off a position player. I mean, that was a fantastic day, but this day is on another level, and it 100% is. And how about Dave Roberts, too? I love what he said. It was some with his speech saying, everyone's saying that we're ruining baseball. Well, let's go and ruin baseball. So, yeah, I like if this is what ruining baseball is, hey, you're not ruining it for Dodgers fans. Dodgers fans are loving this. They are the rest of baseball's in ruins, but not the Dodgers. The Dodgers are thriving. But let's do some more comments here, guys. We got I need a repeat. We got on our way to a Dodgers dynasty. We could do it from Lizanne Star. We got some more here. I wonder if Toronto wins if they'll bring Drake. We've got Ice Cube. Enjoyed. We get salary cap is never happening. What's up, BC? All right, guys. So that is going to do it for this Dodgers Dugout Live. Nope, but we got more bonus coverage for you. We're going to go to the locker room. So this was me in the locker room. I'll tell you more tomorrow. We'll do a live tomorrow. Tell you, I got a lot of interviews I'm going to post tomorrow. Pedro Martinez and Tyler Glasnow, Miguel Rojas, and others. And we'll talk more about stuff I heard about. There's some Kyle Tucker stuff we'll get into that I talked to some people today I thought was pretty interesting about the Dodgers offseason plans. We'll get into that tomorrow. But it's always electric. It's always a dream to be in that Dodgers locker room, which it's not their locker room. It's actually where the batting cages are. They spend a ton of money to renovate their locker room and their clubhouse. So they have this separate area, which I think kind of works out for them because they can go absolutely insane. But it was cool. Got a chance to catch up with a lot of players and talk to them about this incredible night. So I'm going to leave you with that. So definitely give this a watch, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Because tomorrow, we got to unpack this thing. We got to continue Dodger baseball talk because it's 24/7, 365. BC can't sleep. EB can't sleep. I'll give you a couple late shout-outs. If you guys throw it in there, I'll give you a shout-out at the end of the show just for rocking with me at 1:38 in the morning, LA time. Hip-hop is my best friend. It's a great night. Helen Yang, what are the chances that a home game 3 happens? It's very rare. Love you, D-Mac. What up, Still Maxie? IK, I'm tired too. D-Mac, what's up, Lola? How you doing? Dan T, After Hours. Love you, D-Mac. Nico Swan, please get, oh yeah. Think Blue, Bleed Blue, Still Migs. You got Paris Beach. Go get some sleep. D-Mac, well, I appreciate you, Sunnyside. XX Showtime, Nico Suave, John Cox, ED, Aesthetic Delta, AU Potter, Momentary, Sunnyside, N-Rocks, Beers Sama. Yeah, exactly. Later today. Good point, Beerus. Edward Cog. We'll go tomorrow. Tomorrow, probably, I'm thinking maybe, yes, check my Twitter at DMAC_LA, and I'll give you some updates on when we're going to go live tomorrow. But I'm thinking, let's do primetime. I know there's lots of college football on, but yeah, let's do some primetime action tomorrow. Dan T, appreciate that. Number 1 podcast in the world. Thank you, Dan T. Vegeta Ohtani saw his odds to win the NLCS MVP and said, okay, bet. It's a fire comment. It's a comment of the show. Thanks, Amari G, MTV Gen X Watcher, Alex Sullivan, Lizzie Starr, AU Potter, MK writing from Japan, Don Davis. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification, hit the like button for your Los Angeles Dodgers. And remember that nothing, absolutely nothing, brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Every team has that spring training. We're here to work hard. We're here to.
Alex, they've gotten you so far? How's the champagne and beer, Kirsten?
Really cold.
Pretty cold?
Wait, what did you ask me? I'm sorry. Honestly.
Oh, PK got me. All right. Oh, man.
Thank you, Haley. Where's Shohei? Excuse me. Yep. Come in the race. Can I grab you, Will?
Shohei's performance. I saw your reaction after the first one, then the second one. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
And the third one, just amazing. It's the game of Shohei. He's a special player. Just being a fan of baseball, he left a lot of people speechless tonight.
You've been on a lot of really good teams in your career. This team is 9-1. They just won 5 straight games, holding the team to only 1 run. It's just one of the most dominant stretches you've ever been on.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to starting pitching, what they've been doing for the last 7-8 weeks. We're on a heater with them, and as a group, an offense group, you just want to get a few runs for them, and they're just doing a special job right now.
And then just how do you feel about returning the World Series, the chance to defend your title, first team to go back-to-back since the Yankees 2000?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. Every spring training, you're trying to win a World Series, and a little bumpy ride during the regular season, but we clicked at the right time. We're playing really good baseball. We're excited.
I pulled it out of a bush.
Yeah.
Back by the tables.
Yeah, I mean, that's the farthest ball I've ever seen hit, and I mean, just wow. Like I feel truly blessed to be able to be on the field for that performance tonight.
Was he pissed? Because he seemed annoyed by our questions the other day.
Well, you know, we were joking around. We were talking about, Shohei hasn't done much at the plate. He's probably going to go out and throw a perfect game today. That wasn't the case, but, I mean, it was pretty dang close. You know, the stuff he had tonight was just unbelievable.
He's going out to take BP yesterday on the field. Could you tell there was maybe like a little edge, a little more, something he wanted to prove?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know who's going through his head, but I think all you need to know was the entire team stayed just to watch him hit BP, and you know that speaks enough, you know, just in its own.
Well, now you got 6 days off, good or bad?
I don't know. We'll find out. You know, anytime you can get to the World Series, you're going to take it. It doesn't matter what the situation is. You know, you're going to take making it to the World Series.
Max, the ball hits off the roof. What's in the action?
Well, it didn't hit off the roof. We were just talking about that. It went over the roof, and you know that's the farthest ball I've ever seen hit. I've seen a lot of games here at Dodger Stadium, and that's not even close to the farthest ball I've ever seen hit.
You're obviously dumbfounded about the second home run. What's that? It's a third home run. What's your thought?
It's kind of funny. There wasn't one person in the dugout that didn't think he was going to hit a home run. You know, he hits the second one, and we're all like, oh my God, we're talking, and we're like, is this the single greatest game that anyone's ever played? And everyone at the same time was kind of just like, you know he's going to hit a third one, right? And we're like, yeah, of course. Like, no one even questioned it. He got the 2 strikes, and still no one questioned it. We're like, he's either going to hang a curveball, and he's going to hit it out of the stadium again, or he's going to throw a fastball, and he's going to go backside. And sure enough, threw a fastball, he went backside. It's unbelievable.
Secondary to all this, he pitched a hell of a game. Can you describe what he did on the mound?
Yeah, I mean, it was, oh, gosh. Oh, maybe a little less ice next time. These things get a little too cold. Yeah, he had a really good idea what he was trying to do on the mound. You know, Will's trying to call the game back there, and Sho had his idea, and you know, a couple of bats he lost the command a little bit, but he battled back after that. And I mean, what do you have? 11 strikeouts? It's unreal.
Max, at the trade deadline, Andrew in the front office got pummeled
outside this organization for not going out and getting closer and outfielder?
All right, well, one of the most dominant performances I've ever seen in a single game in my entire life. You caught him. How was he able to do this? 10 strikeouts, 6 shutout innings. We'll talk about the offensive side after, but just what'd you see on the pitching side?
Yeah, that was incredible. Leading off the game with a homer. Pitching 6+ innings, 10 punchies. He's the best player in the world for a reason. They showed it tonight.
You know, Kirsch is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's got like 3-4 pitches. Shohei has 6. When you're back there calling the pitches, like, I mean, you can put down any 6 in the pitch comp. How is it like just selecting and how to attack this team tonight?
Yeah, it's really fun. You know, you have so many weapons. You have so many ways to get guys out. So many different guys, and just back there seeing what's working. Just makes it really fun, and that's why he puts up a lot of zeros.
Finally, on the dugout, watching him hit 3 home runs. Each one seemingly longer and more impossible than next. What was your reaction to that one that left the entire stadium?
Yeah, that was crazy. The one cleared everything. That's Shohei.
You know what? We're good now.
I mean, it's just those trades in July for relievers. I mean, that's why we tried to do what we did in the offseason, be aggressive, because not only are the prices out of whack, the same reliever volatility that we were suffering from in that moment can still happen after you make a trade.
Yeah.
And we saw it with some guys perform really well and some guys didn't. And that's the nature of the game. And so what we weren't going to do was do something that we felt like was foolish just to placate in that moment. And that's kind of how we have to try to operate and explain it as clearly as we can. And that being said, we're also going to make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes, quite often, and our goal is to learn from them and try to be right more than we're wrong.
You've done pretty well. Why do you think fans are so skeptical here after what you've done?
Well, they're enjoying the success, and I'm glad they are.
Congratulations.
Speaking of the crazy stuff that people think and say, when people say Shohei should just give up pitching because it's detracting from his value as a hitter, should we just show him a video of this game?
Yeah, I think so. We can enter it into exhibit and rest our case.
Right? Is there another human who could do what we saw tonight?
No, definitely.
Like,
he's one of one.
Now and maybe ever?
It's hard to say ever, but I'm comfortable saying in my lifetime.
When the ball left the stadium, how mind-boggling is that feeling?
Yeah, just mouth agape. Just trying to track it and not seeing it come down. It's hard to get the angle and see it. And I was like, I think that left the stadium. Took the replay to confirm it.
Andrew,
go ahead. Kind of back to the deadline talk. Would you have been so confident with the roster you had, if you hadn't been through this and kind of known what it took to get to a World Series?
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to answer. It's hard to untangle that. Maybe, but we just felt really good about the roster that we had, the guys that were coming back, that were making progress at that point, and just felt like at that point in time, we were already in position where we were going to be leaving some really talented pitchers off the playoff roster. And so for us, it just, that factored in for sure.
Yep.
All right.
Tommy, hello. Don, you're going to the World Series. How's it feel?
First time. It's great. It's amazing. Just being able to be here, witness this, and experience it.
What do you think about Ohtani tonight?
That was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. Probably.
Oh my God! No, the eyes. I'll take the blame for that one, man.
We're good. We're good.
Congratulations, Don.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yoshi! Congratulations.
Las cosas que han estado pendientes a mí.
Teoscar, last year you won the World Series. Okay, last year you won the World Series and you re-signed here. Is this why you re-signed here, for moments like this and an opportunity to go back and win another one?
Yeah, I mean, this is what it's all about. My career, my family, and everything that happens around me dreams about this moment. I dreamed about this moment, and this is why I signed here.
What was your reaction to Shohei Ohtani tonight?
I mean, I don't think there's anything that can explain what he did today. A lot of emotions. Super happy for him. He deserved that and more. Incredible.
Congrats, Teo.
Thank you.
To go into the World Series, what's going through your mind?
It's just surreal. It's a shock. It's awe. It's praise the Lord. It's what a ride. Just trying to soak it all in.
If I told you before the season that you would be going to the World Series with the Los Angeles Dodgers, what would you tell me?
I would have said, wow, that's crazy, and I'm all in.
What does it say about this team to sweep the team with the best record, and to go out there and take care of business like you guys did?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a testament to our guys. They're all just, it's an amazing group of guys. We battle, play good defense, take good at bats, pitch. We got everything that it takes.
You're the man, Alex. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Kirsten, is this the most? I was talking to Kirsten, and Kike just got me in the eye. It was the best feeling in the world. Go Dodgers.
Essentially follow suit. You know, we know what it takes, and we know that through 162 games you're going to have your ups and your downs. But we have plenty of talent to get us to the postseason. And then once we got the boys back, you know, at that point it's just about performing.
Mookie, when you signed here, you said you wanted to win rings plural. Last year you said you want to fill up the whole hand. Does this team feel like it's on another mission, and how good does it feel to sweep the team with the best record in baseball?
Yeah, definitely on a mission. I mean, we're on a mission. We're going to be on a mission this year, and we'll be on a mission next year too. So that's never going to stop. But those boys, they fought. They fought hard. You know, we're playing well, and guys pitch well. I mean, sometimes there's just really not a whole lot you can do when guys are going 7, 8 innings every game. I mean, you know, they were banged up too. They had a couple of injuries, and especially to their starters and whatnot. So, you know, shout out to them for obviously playing 162 and having the best record, because that's hard to do. You know, it kind of is what it is.
You said before the postseason you'd be a little nervous playing shortstop. Yesterday that make that incredible play. You're nominated for the Gold Glove. How good does it feel just to be great at that position on this stage?
I mean, I wouldn't call it great, but you know, I'm just doing my job, and it doesn't matter if it's spring training or the World Series. It's the same task. Field the ball, throw it to first. It took me a little time to learn how to do it, but you know, now I genuinely love doing it.
You see what Jeter said about it?
No, I didn't.
He said that you shouldn't have one-hopped it. You should have made the throw.
Yeah, I'm not Derek Jeter, so I'm not him. So I'll take my one hop. As long as he's out, that's all that matters.
Last question. What are your thoughts on Shohei's night? You're batting behind him. You've said everything you could say about the guy, but tonight 3 home runs, 6 shutout in a postseason game. What are your thoughts, Mookie?
I mean, I don't really have any. It's just you just sit back and admire it. I'm glad he's on our team, and it's just crazy. Like one man can literally win the whole game. Usually one side of it, a guy hits a couple homers in a big spot, but he did it on both sides. I mean, there's only one man that can do it, and he did it.
And still, Kobe, job not finished?
Job's not finished. We got 4 more.
Congrats, Mookie.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man.
Always knew there's that guy that you thought was like 40 years older.
I got some good ones.
Ajá, ¿qué pasó? ¿Cuál es la pregunta? ¿Quieres cantarla, bailarla? No, no, no hay ninguna problema.
What do you think about what you guys have accomplished over the last 2 years? Do you feel like a dynasty is building?
I guess, but to be honest with you, even as much fun as we're having right now, we haven't accomplished anything yet this year. The goal is not to play in the World Series, the goal is to win it, and we've been talking about since day one that if we don't win the World Series, the season's a failure, so we gotta win 4 more games before we lose 4, and then we accomplish something pretty special. And you don't really talk about dynasties when teams lose a World Series, so to do that, we gotta win it, and if we do win it and we go back to back like we think we are, then we can potentially talk about dynasty. But as of now, we're just having a great time because we have a lot of days off between our next, like tonight and our next game. But we all know that we really haven't accomplished anything yet.
Hablaba de la mentalidad, de Mamba mentality ahí en el clubhouse, y obvio vimos a Shohei Ohtani ponchando 10 y 3 cuadrangulares. ¿Te puedes decir la actuación de Shohei? Describe esa actuación y cómo ustedes lo sintieron ahí en el
Una tremenda, ponchó a mucha gente y dio muchos honrones en un juego.
La mentalidad Mamba que el equipo ha estado
Nada, hasta que no ganemos la Serie Mundial no hemos hecho nada, así que esa es la mentalidad.
So every team has that spring training. We're here to work hard. We're here to try to win the World Series. You guys have had the bullseye on your back all year. What's it mean to you that you put yourself in this position now?
I don't know. You're asking me about other people's putting a bullseye on us. I don't have a bullseye on us. I have a bullseye on winning the World Series.
The grind that it took to get here.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It's been a long year. We went to Japan this year. That felt like years ago. I mean, it's a long season. People created a lot of narratives. Here we are again.
One of the narratives is how well you step up your game in the postseason. What is it about you in the postseason that works?
Success. If you don't have success, it doesn't work. I don't know. I like the stage, man. I like the big stage, and I like the moment. I don't know what else to say.
You know what it's like to hit 3 games, homers in a game, like Quintana starts. You also know what it's like to pitch in the game. Can you imagine just fathoming what Shohei did, 6 shutouts tonight and 10 strikeouts?
No, nice freaking flip-flops. Those are okay. Yeah. Cool. Those are cool.
Even the Jordans clean. That's
okay, cool. You're Brazilian?
I'm Brazilian, yeah.
Are you?
No, but I got
Why are you repping Brazil?
I got him in Rio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you get AIDS?
You gotta be careful out there too, depending on where.
That's why I asked.
On the beach. Anyways, Shohei, 3 homers that you've done in a playoff game to send your team to the World Series. He then throws 6 shutout innings, 10 strikeouts. Can you even fathom what that would be like to do?
No, I don't. There's only one person that can do that in the whole world and the history of this game, and it's him. He is who he is for a reason, and he showed out tonight.
Go ahead. What's it mean to you to be back again? Another chance for the big dream, the big trophy, and you're 4 wins away.
Yeah, honestly, not much because.
Anthony, going back to the World Series, how's it feel? I'll interview your cigar.
It feels amazing.
How does it feel compared to last year?
I don't know if you can compare those two in the sense of like every year is special, but just getting back to the World Series back-to-back years, that's something like that's got to be like incredible, right? Like really think about like what we went through throughout the year, and everybody, kind of like going through ruts, bullpen, starters, everybody, and to end up going back to the World Series again, that just shows like how relentless this team is and how incredible this team can be. And we never had a doubt within our clubhouse, within our team. It was just all about, clicking at the right time, and it seems, if we look around like how we've been playing, that's exactly what we're doing. So, I think it's amazing. I think it's very, very lucky in the sense of being able to be here and being on this team and contribute. So I'm very, very happy with that.
It feels like you enjoy these moments as much as anyone. When you celebrate like this, does it make it all worth it, all the work and everything you guys go through to celebrate with your teammates going back to the World Series?
Absolutely, and we got 4 more, so we still got work to do. We still got, to complete the quest and to, win 4 games, and you bet your ass that we're going to work our ass off and get those 4 games.
And Dave Roberts talked a lot about you yesterday, how you've just been great lately, how much he can trust you. What does it mean to you to kind of just be one of those dogs again for a second consecutive postseason? What really has changed for you throughout the course of the season that's allowed you to do that?
Nothing really, in the sense of like just being able to like just refine my delivery, refine my, my pitch mix. It's not just me though, it's everybody around me, the bullpen, the guys, instilling the confidence in me, the coaching staff, identifying what's going on, and everybody about that's in that process. It's just I give it all to them just because of the fact that they're the ones guiding me and helping me throughout this process. And to be able to get that from your manager, it's appreciative. You love it, but everybody in that bullpen can get the job done without a doubt.
Awesome, man. A couple thoughts on Shohei Ohtani. He's a fellow pitcher like you. He hits 3 home runs. What's it like to see that?
It's a unicorn moment. He's the greatest player in history in my eyes, and I'm just very grateful and appreciative that I get to watch him play every single day. And the way he goes about his work, it's unbelievable. Like everything he does, everything he does, it's really, really, it's impressive. It's really impressive, and that's why he's the greatest player on the earth, I think.
Dodgers Nation's favorite, Anthony Bonda. Go put that Mr. Carmouche mask back on. Enjoy that stogie and that beer, my man.
I appreciate it.
You got it, man. Take it easy. Is it over?
Yeah.
All right. It's gonna be it.